Invest in yourself before you do anything else. In this video, I want to talk about some really simple and highly effective investments that I've made that has drastically improved my life. It's funny how we are conditioned to listen to everything but ourselves. What I've learned over the last year is that investing that time into ourselves might just actually be the answers we're all searching for. Okay, so what are these investments? The first investment that I made is what I put into my body. Probably the thing that has had the biggest and most drastic impact on changing my life and improving my health and my mental well-being. If we really think about what food is and where it comes from and what is actually natural for our bodies to consume, then a high percentage of food that's actually already out there and easily accessible for consumption probably wouldn't even cut it for what we should be eating. In fact, I would go as far to say that a high percentage of foods that we have access to are actually slowly killing us. Extreme, I know, but think about it. Really think about it. How the food industry has changed over the last few decades and how we've had such a massive increase in all of these health problems. There has to be some sort of link. And I can only speak for myself here, and this is only my experience, but cutting out all of the shit that's out there, all of the ultra processed crap, and living as natural as possible to how we would have lived in the past. Like, everything I do now is a conscious decision to choose to buy local, to choose to buy a one ingredient product such as meat, eggs, fruit. Like, these are all products that haven't been touched, that are there naturally. Surely that is the best way to look after your body, by what you put into it. And it's crazy the impact. I no longer have like crashes in the day. I no longer need to like go and have a nap. There's just so many benefits that I've taken away from cutting out all the shit that is put in front of us on a daily basis that makes it so hard to cut it out, because it's there, it's in front of us all the time. If you go into like a petrol station to grab a snack, there's literally nothing you can grab that's healthy for you. I went into a shop and I wanted to just get a banana, and there was no bananas. There was nothing. Everything had labels and packaging, and the more you can steer away from that, I honestly believe the better your life will become. I've come alive again just from changing the foods that I eat. It's almost like my senses are all heightened and like I'm more awake. It's insane. It's insane, like how good I feel. And a lot of people ask me questions like, are you not getting bored of eating the same things? Are you not craving anything? And I'm really not. I really feel like I don't want to eat that stuff, because I know how it makes me feel and I never want to go back to feeling like that. So why would I continue to put any of that stuff in my body when I feel this good, when my body feels this good, when my mind feels this good? I'm going to continue eating the things that make me feel like this. And once you've cut once you've cut that tie with that crap, I just feel so good. I cannot explain how good I feel not having to be controlled by the shit I used to eat. This is the number one investment you have to make in your life if you drastically want to improve it, is what you put into your body. 100%. And the second investment is also what you consume, but not what you consume physically, what you consume mentally. I did a huge cull of this years ago. I cut out all mainstream media because I just don't trust it. I don't believe in it. There's something that doesn't sit right with me about what we're being told. I think it's all based on greed. I think it's all based on fear. I think it's all based on control. And I just decided to cut it out of my life. And it doesn't have an impact on me, which I just like, I don't give it my attention. What you give your attention to is so important, because the subconscious mind takes that all in and then portrays that back out again. And it's just so important to really, really look at what you're consuming mentally. And I fell off the hurdle a bit. My phone was controlling me, and that was such a negative thing. I was constantly on social media. I would go as far to say I was addicted to YouTube, and I'd spend days sat there scrolling and watching video after video after video. And the last year I've really cut that down, and I only allow myself to listen to podcasts if I'm working out, or if I'm going for a run or a long walk. And I don't even do that all the time, because I like to walk just in like nature, or like just experience everything that's going on around me. So it's like I've changed that, what I mentally consume, and brought it down to a very minimal amount. And I'm choosing things like more consciously. This is, again, consciously making decisions on, is that going to add value to my life? Am I going to get some valuable information from that? And is it going to move me forward? Anything that is a I'm not sure, or a no, it's just gone now. It doesn't matter. I don't have that addiction to just scroll anymore. Investing time into what you mentally consume and physically consume are the two biggest things, I think, that can really help impact you in a positive way, massively. Okay, before we move on to the next investment, we're just going to move spots, because the tide's coming in and my shoes are getting wet. So let's go and find another spot to sit. The next investment has been the way I move my body. I used to love sport and exercise, and over the last couple of years, the lifestyle I've been living, everything that I've been doing hasn't been aligning with the way I move my body, because of the fast-pacedness, because of the grab and go diets, because of the sleeping habits. Like, my energy levels never were good enough to be able to move my body in the way I wanted, because I wasn't giving my body what it needed to be able to move in that way. And you might think, well, you were surfing all the time, you were hiking all the time, you're doing this all the time. And I was doing all of those things, but I was doing them poorly. I would surf for like 3 hours, and then I'd come out and not be able to move for 3 days, because it was that all or nothing. And I'd hike a mountain and I'd be in bed for the next 2 days because I was aching and I was tired and I was drained and all of these things. Now, like yesterday, I went for a run, and then I cycled 8 miles to go and pick up milk, and then I went for a swim in the evening. And all of these things, like doing these things daily and building up to them slowly, and just having them implemented as a way of life rather than as the next adventure, or it's just a better way of doing it. Just using that yesterday as an example, I didn't ache, I didn't feel tired, I didn't feel drained, I didn't feel any of those things, and I moved my body more than I would have in the past, and I still had enough energy to go, and I could have gone for a 3-hour surf yesterday and still felt fine. Obviously there's no waves, so I couldn't have, but you know what I mean. And you can go back and look at the previous videos, because it hasn't always been like this, and it started with small steps. I didn't go out and do a run straight away, and I didn't go out and like a year ago I wouldn't have been able to do what I did yesterday. But every single day, if you're working towards if you're doing the little things each day, that builds up over time and allows you to have more availability for more exercise. I told you this story before, how I started walking 10,000 steps a day, and then that led to me getting a personal trainer, and then following an exercise program, and that's now led to me, I do my exercise program daily, and then add other activities on top of that. So like, my exercise isn't even my main source of activity for the day. so I could do a workout in the morning and then I could go climb a mountain. Like, it's moving your body daily and starting small and building up. That's all it is. But moving daily is vital. Before we get into the last investment, I just want to make this really, really clear. I'm talking about this like I made the decision to change, and then change happened instantly. And it did, but it wasn't easy. In fact, this last year has probably been one of the hardest years of my life, like physically and mentally. But it's the most alive I've ever felt. It's the most content I've ever felt. Like, that doing the hard things makes you happier. It doesn't make sense, but it does make sense, because when you do the hard things, you're giving yourself confidence, you're giving yourself strength, you're giving yourself growth. And those are the things that are important. And I can't stress enough how much just doing that first step takes. Just that first step. Once you've got over that first step, it's hard work, but it becomes easier, and then it just becomes so natural. Like, I've got my focus back, I've got my mindset back, I've got the version of myself back that I knew I was completely capable of. And I lost that person for a while, for a series of events, through social pressures, through the limiting beliefs that are put upon us. And I just want you to know, if you're feeling any of what I was feeling a year ago, just know this. Just know that you are fully capable of being all that you know you can be. Like, really, honestly. If somebody had told me that a year ago, that I would be sat here today feeling like I feel right now, I wouldn't have believed it. And I'm sat here now telling you that you can, like, if you feel any of what I felt a year ago, if you can't see a way to get to where you want to be, it is possible, 100% possible. You just need to decide. That is literally all that I did. I decided, and then I put action steps in place to get me there. But it all comes with that first decision. Okay, so the next investment I made was who and what I spent my time on. Everything we do, from who we spend our time with to how we spend our time with, uses our energy. You want to start to surround yourself with people that give you energy. You want to start to surround yourself with doing things that give you energy. Just take a quick look at this image and think about where you're currently spending all of your time and energy. And is it giving you energy, or is it taking your energy away? I was a huge people pleaser. I didn't have the ability to say no. I would spend a lot of time on my screens. I would eat junk food. I wouldn't be exercising. I would have self-doubt, and all of these things would, like, just draining the energy from me. And it's that horrible vicious circle that once you're in, it's hard to get out of. But once you jump out, it's yeah. I can't tell you how much setting these boundaries and putting these steps in place has changed my life. But I can tell you, because you can probably physically see it. But it's an act of self-love and self-care, putting these steps in place, to be able to put these boundaries in place, to be able to say no, I'm not eating that because it makes me feel shit, and it's not actually doing anything that benefits me. Yes, it might like taste nice in that moment, but that is what it's there for. It's there to get you addicted. Everything that I've talked about in this video has been put there for a reason. And the thing that has helped me get to where I am today is understanding the reasonings it's put there. Understanding why Why are like questioning everything, questioning why are we being fed this food? Why are we being made to believe that this food is good for us as part of a healthy, balanced diet? Why are we being made to believe? I could go off on a whole nother video right now, and I'm not going to, because this is not the point of the video. But questioning things, questioning, how is that impacting my life? Is that investing my time right? Is that investing in my future self? These questions, when you go to do these things, and I still use it now. There's days, I'm not gonna lie, there's days where old habits come back in. Like, I lay there thinking, oh, I really can't be bothered to do a workout today. And then I just think, how is that going to help me? If I don't go out and do a workout today, how is that going to help my future self? Am I going to have any benefits from not doing a workout today? Or if I just get up and do the workout, go through the motions, 9 times out of 10, you're going to feel 100% better than you did by not doing the workout. And it's the same with the food. Like, I very, very rarely get cravings for any of that crap anymore, just because my mind sees it as poison. If I put that into my body, it's harming my body. That is how I look at it. And there are times where for example, this is one. I used to go into my mum's house, and the first thing I'd do is I'd open the bottom drawer and get a packet of crisps or a chocolate bar. And I still do that. I still go into my mum's house and I open the bottom drawer, and the crisps and the chocolate are still there, but now I look at it and I shut it, but I still go through that motion. And then I have to tell myself, what are you doing, George? Why are you here? How is this going to benefit you? Door shuts. That's all it takes. But it's building that mental framework to help you get through those sessions. So, video's going off on a tangent. I'm really, really sorry. This is probably going to be really long, but 4 simple steps to invest in today is what you consume mentally, physically, how you move your body, and how you use your time. I hope you got some value from this video. I hope me sharing my story can help you connect to what I'm trying to give. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.